this video, you'll be able to define serialization, explain why serialization is needed, and identify who establishes serialization guidelines. Hello, my name is Scott. I will be your guide through this Introduction to Serialization series of videos. What is serialization? Serialization is the establishment of a labeling process that uniquely identifies individual pharmaceutical packages. Each saleable unit, like this one, receives a label that contains specifically unique identifying information that makes one saleable unit identifiable from all others that are manufactured. Hold on. It sounds like a news report is interrupting my video. This is a Pharma News special report with your host, Bob Jackson. We interrupt your training video to bring you this special report. Hello, I'm Bob Jackson. News coming in today identifies a major problem in the distribution of pharmaceuticals and medical devices. Counterfeit medications and devices are a growing concern in developed and developing countries. The World Health Organization defines a counterfeit medication as one which is deliberately and fraudulently mislabeled with respect to the identity or source. Counterfeiting can apply to both branded and generic products. Counterfeit products may include products with the correct ingredients or with the wrong ingredients, without active ingredients, with insufficient active ingredients, or with falsified packaging. In developing countries, the percentage of counterfeit medications are around 30 to 40%. And about 1% of the supply of medications in developed countries are counterfeit. 1% seems small, but in the United States, it equals millions of prescriptions. To combat widespread counterfeit medications, nations around the world have mandated that medications be serialized. Some of these nations include the United States, Brazil, many countries in the European Union, Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, and South Korea. More nations are implementing serialization mandates to protect patients from counterfeit pharmaceutical products. Due to varying national standards, not all pharmaceutical labels will be exactly the same. Some may include more information. Serialization labeling guidelines are established by Global Standards 1, also known as GS1. GS1 is an international non-profit association which is dedicated to the development and implementation of global international standards for the management of supply and demand chains across multiple sectors. They provide the international standards for barcoding adhered to by most countries. You also interact with GS1 labeling when you purchase a product at the store. Wow, now we know why we need serializations and who establishes the guidelines. Let's take a moment for a knowledge check to see what you learned. We will look at the serialized label with more detail in the What Makes a Product Serialized video. This knowledge check is not graded. I am simply reinforcing your memory. A graded assessment will be available after you view all of the videos in this series. Question 1. What is the name of the process that allows for the identification of individual pharmaceutical packages? Think about which of the choices is the correct answer. I will confirm or modify your choice on the next slide. If you chose serialization, you chose correctly. Question 2. Which of the items below are the biggest problems affecting medications? Think about the correct answer. If you chose all of the above, you did great. Question 3. Who mandates the need for serialization? Think about the correct answer. If you chose government, you did well. Question 4. This is the last question before we continue. Who establishes serialization labeling guidelines? If you chose GS1, you did extremely well. The What Makes a Product Serialized video discusses the pharmaceutical label in detail. Now that you have completed this video, you can define serialization, explain why serialization is needed, and identify who establishes serialization guidelines.